Hey, good morning and God bless you guys. It's your boy Derek Iverson Sr. Coming back at you with another episode of Real Talk Amongst Men, Real Talk Amongst Mankind. Hey, I pray all is well with you and your households, your family. Hey, I just wanted to get on here and share a word with you out of Hebrews 12, verses 1 and 2. Especially the part of the word where it talks about let us put aside or lay aside every weight or sin that so easily beset us. Um, the question is, what weight is holding you down? And what sin is really keeping you from getting the absolute best of God? Because you know God, He don't dwells in sin. God is a righteous God. He's a loving God. But He yet love us even while we're sinning. The Bible says that He sent His Son to go to the cross and die for the remission of our sins. And when you think about things that hold you at bay, when you think about things that you're entrenched or caught up in, there's so many of our loved ones that are out there wandering aimlessly in the world because life happened. Some made mistakes, and they were costly mistakes, but it drove them literally into the wilderness. And we can render the world as the wilderness, parts of the world as the wilderness, parts of the world people go to alienate themselves away from loved ones. So that Hebrews is really deep. It said, let us lay aside every weight. What weight in your life do you need to lay aside? What is it that's heavy on you? Because you know whenever it's weight, that means it's heavy. It's pressing. The question is today, what's pressing you? What's holding you down? What weight is it? Is it a mental weight? Is it a physical weight? Is it a spiritual weight? What's keeping you from giving God your absolute best? God is such a loving and awesome God. He's sitting there waiting like, hey guys, I'm over here waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. And oftentimes we waiting on God, but God is waiting on us. You say, well, what is God waiting on us for? He's waiting on you to cry out to Him. Let Him know that you need help. Oftentimes we sit back as if we don't need help. We sit back as if the weight ain't too heavy that we can handle it. Sometimes the weight is too heavy. Sometimes you can't throw that weight off all by yourself. Sometimes you need help. Have you ever been moving and you're moving your furniture out to move from one spot to the other spot, and it's something that you think you can get by yourself? Then you have to, hey, you guys come over here and help me. Well, that's the same way we need to do God. We need to say, hey, God, I need your help. Come over here and help me. There's so many things going on in our lives that we think that we can bear by ourselves. We can't bear it by ourselves. We have to call on Him. And then He say, let us lay aside every weight and sin. That's the big one. What sin is it that you have that you don't want to let go of? I remember used to watch Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown had a character on there who always carried this cover or this quilt around with him. And boy, he will fight you to death. I forgot the character's name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. He always had that thing with him that was attached to him. Well, that's how sin does. Sin attaches itself to us, and sometimes we don't want to let it go. People trying to pull at you to talk to you and witness to you and minister to you about what you're caught up in. And oftentimes people just be talking. But until you decide that you have a problem, until you decide that you want to get rid of this, you'll continue to carry that thing around forever. That's why I encourage people where I co-pastor at or where I go to church at. You got to stop making people who are not ready come to the altar And they go to the altar, they do all this ritual, they do all this stuff, knowing deep down in their heart, they're not ready to let that sin go. They're not ready to stop smoking crack. They're not ready to stop fornicating. They're not ready to stop being sexually promiscuous. They're not ready to stop being an adulterer. They're not ready. But there's a day that comes to where we get ready. I can remember the day that I was ready. I was through. I was done. And that's the day change took effect in my life. And God has continually changed me because I'm continually to seek his face. I'm continually running after him. So if I had to title this today, I would title it, What is Holding You Back? What's holding you back from being the very best that you can be for God? Being the very best that you can be for your wife, your husband, your family, your children, your community, this world. What's stopping you from being the very best? Is it a weight or is it a sin that you're entangled in? Whatever it is, God said, come and give it over to me. That's what I love about it. Jesus said, take upon my yoke. My yoke is light. Jesus said, I'll exchange yoke with you. You got a heavy yoke on you. All you got to do is take it off and give it to Jesus. He'll take that light yoke. Well, guess what? The word tells us that in this world you will have trials and tribulations. But be of good cheer. I have overcome. The word Jesus said he overcome. So why not go to the person who overcame everything that will be faced or tempted with? Because he got the blueprint. He knows the plan, how to maneuver and survive in this world. I'm so thankful for the word. I heard people say, oh, that's the white man's religion, that's this and that. Well, you keep on being ignorant. Keep on thinking that. You know, if you can do something right, why not do right? Even if we do right here on earth and we miss whatever the heavens that they say it is, or we miss that, at least you would have been right. At least you would have a good rapport or good character. At least people can say something honorable and noble about you. I think about the weight that used to be on me, and there's many other weights, but you know what? God released a weight the other day. One day I'm going to tell my full testimony. That was something that I've been praying and seeking God for, and it's been heavy on me. It was pressing on me. And you know, there have been a couple of times that I almost threw in the towel. There's been a couple of times that I almost just gave up and said, you know what, this will never happen. But God is a miracle working God. He's a God that brings what we think is impossible into the realm of possibility. And I'll say this much. The other day, I finally got to hear my son's voice. I finally got to have a conversation with my baby, my child, that he hadn't been in my presence in over 30 some odd years. But God blessed me to be able to have a conversation with him. It was a light conversation, but it was the start of something great. Guess what, guys? That thing has been pressing on me a long time. A long time. I didn't know how the conversation would go, if we would ever have a conversation. I can imagine that he would have had a whole lot of questions, and I would have had to answer a whole lot of things. But God lifted that weight. The reason why he lifted it, because I was willing to lay aside every weight or sin that so easily beset us. But I just wanted to come and share that with you, letting you know no matter what you're going through, no matter what it looks like, lay aside anything that's heavy on you, anything that you know that you cannot handle, anything that's out of your control. Lay aside. Lay it aside. Give it over to God. Let God deal with it. God bless you guys. If this is your first time checking out the channel and you just happen up on it, I only asked a couple of things. I asked that if you're led, and only if you're led by the Spirit of God, that you'll subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. You can share this out on your channel if you think it'll be a blessing to somebody else. Please share it out, because I'm trying to get these numbers up, but I'm not so much worried about the numbers as I am worried about the quality of the message that I'm talking about. And by all means, leave a comment in the comment section, if you will. Let me know what you think about what I said, and go back and be Berean. That means go back and research the scriptures for yourself. Hebrews 12:1. God bless you guys. Thank you for giving a listening ear. Until next time, peace out.